Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the hazy world of vaping. It's a topic that's been on everyone's lips, quite literally. It's everywhere you look these days, from teenagers huddled in parking lots to those sleek ads on your Instagram feed. Vaping has become a cultural phenomenon, infiltrating social media, schools, and even workplaces. Vaping has exploded in popularity, especially among young people. It's seen as a trendy, less harmful alternative to smoking traditional cigarettes. But is it really? But here's the thing, this trend is far from harmless. Despite the flashy marketing and the perception of being a safer choice, there are significant risks involved. Vaping devices, or e-cigarettes, heat up a liquid to create an aerosol that you inhale. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? But what exactly is in that liquid? Well, the problem is that this vapor you're sucking into your lungs is loaded with chemicals, some of which are downright dangerous. We're talking about substances like nicotine, formaldehyde, and even heavy metals. Don't just take my word for it. Experts and scientists have been studying the effects of vaping, and the results are concerning. Research shows that vaping can lead to lung damage, heart issues, and other serious health problems. Hit that like button and subscribe to stay tuned as we unpack the hidden dangers of vaping, from your lungs to our planet. We'll be diving deep into the science, the myths, and the real-life stories. And hey, if you've got a vaping story, whether it's your own or someone you know, share it in the comments below. Your experiences can help others understand the real impact of vaping. Let's get this conversation started. Together, we can spread awareness and make informed choices. Alright, let's talk about what vaping does to those precious lungs of yours. You might think it's just harmless vapor, but there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. You know, the ones that let you breathe and, live. Our lungs are incredibly delicate and essential for our survival. When you vape, you're inhaling a cocktail of chemicals that can seriously mess them up. It's not just water vapor. It's a mix of harmful substances. One of the biggest culprits is diacetyl. This chemical is often used to give a buttery flavor to vape juices. This nasty chemical is linked to a serious lung disease called popcorn lung. Popcorn lung, or bronchiolitis obliterans, is a condition that damages the smallest airways in your lungs. It causes scarring and inflammation, making it hard to breathe. Imagine feeling like you're constantly out of breath, struggling for every inhale. Not exactly the kind of popcorn you want in your life, right? The damage is often irreversible, leaving you with long-term respiratory issues. And don't even get me started on the heavy metals lurking in that vape juice. These metals can come from the heating coils used in e-cigarettes. Lead, nickel, even arsenic. They've all been found in e-cigarettes. These metals can leach into the vapor you inhale. These toxins can build up in your lungs over time, increasing your risk of lung cancer and other respiratory problems. The long-term effects are still being studied, but the early signs are alarming. So next time you think about taking a puff, remember what you're really inhaling. Your lungs deserve better. So, we've covered how bad vaping is for your health. But hold on to your hats, folks, because it gets worse. Vaping isn't just bad for you, it's also terrible for the environment. Those shiny little vape pens and pods might look sleek and modern, but they come with a dirty, secret electronic waste. Millions of used e-cigarettes end up in landfills every year, leaching harmful chemicals into the soil and water. And then there's the issue of those single-use pods. They're incredibly convenient, sure, but they're also incredibly wasteful. These tiny plastic cartridges are often improperly disposed of, ending up in our oceans and harming marine life. Let's break down what's actually in that vape juice, shall we? You might be surprised to learn that it's not as simple as it seems. Because it's not just harmless water vapor, folks. There's a lot more going on in that cloud of smoke. E-liquids typically contain 4 main ingredients: nicotine, propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, and flavorings. But what do these ingredients actually do? Nicotine, as we all know, is highly addictive. It's the same substance found in traditional cigarettes. It's what keeps you coming back for more, creating a dependency that's hard to break. Propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin are generally considered safe for ingestion, but inhaling them is a whole different story. When these substances are heated and turned into vapor, they can have different effects on your body. They can irritate your lungs and cause respiratory problems. And those tempting flavors? They might be more dangerous than you think. Well, they're often made with chemicals that are known to be harmful when heated and inhaled. These chemicals can transform into toxic compounds when exposed to high temperatures. Some popular flavors, like cinnamon and butter, have been linked to serious lung damage. These flavors might taste good, but they can cause irreversible harm to your lungs over time. So next time you take a puff, think about what's really lurking in your vape. Section 5. From bad to worse. Vaping's link to serious illnesses. Here's the thing about vaping. It's still a relatively new phenomenon. We don't fully understand the long-term health effects yet, but the early evidence is pretty damn concerning. We're seeing a growing number of cases of EVALI, which stands for e-cigarette or vaping product use-associated lung injury. It's a severe lung illness that can be fatal. Symptoms include coughing, shortness of breath, chest pain, nausea, and fever. But it doesn't stop there. Vaping has also been linked to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and even cancer. The nicotine alone is enough to wreak havoc on your cardiovascular system. Section 6. The illusion of harmlessness. Debunking vaping myths. The vaping industry loves to tout e-cigarettes as a safer alternative to traditional cigarettes. But let's be clear, folks, safer doesn't mean safe. Vaping is still incredibly harmful, and these myths need to be busted. Myth number 1. Vaping is just flavored water vapor. Wrong. As we've already established, that vapor is loaded with chemicals and heavy metals that can damage your lungs. Myth number 2. Vaping helps you quit smoking. While some people may find it helpful as a harm reduction tool, there's limited evidence to support this claim. In fact, many people who start vaping end up using both cigarettes and e-cigarettes. Section 7. Breaking free. Your journey to quitting vaping. Okay, so we've covered the scary stuff. Now let's talk about how to break free from the clutches of this harmful habit. Quitting vaping might seem daunting, but trust me, it's possible. The first step is acknowledging that you have a problem and that you want to quit. This might sound obvious, but it's a crucial first step. Once you've made the decision, you can start exploring your options. There are various resources available to help you quit, from nicotine replacement therapies like patches and gum to prescription medications that can reduce cravings. Talk to your doctor about what might work best for you. Section 8. Support systems. Finding help and resources. Quitting vaping is tough, but you don't have to do it alone. There are tons of resources and support systems out there to help you through it. Talk to your friends and family. Let them know that you're trying to quit and ask for their support. There are also online forums and support groups where you can connect with others who are going through the same thing. And hey, don't underestimate the power of professional help. Therapists and counselors can provide you with coping mechanisms and strategies to deal with cravings and triggers. Section 9. A breath of fresh air. Life after vaping. Imagine this. You wake up one morning and you don't immediately reach for your vape. You can breathe deeply without coughing, and your sense of taste and smell have returned. That, my friends, is the beauty of life after vaping. Quitting vaping isn't just good for your health, it's good for your wallet too. Think of all the money you'll save on e-liquids and devices. You could finally book that trip you've been dreaming of or treat yourself to something nice. Section 10. Take action. Protect yourself and our planet. We've covered a lot of ground today, folks, but here's the bottom line. Vaping is harmful, addictive, and bad for the environment. It's time to ditch the devices and reclaim our health and our planet. Spread the word. Share this video with your friends and family. Let's educate others about the hidden dangers of vaping and encourage them to make healthier choices. And for those of you struggling to quit, remember, you're not alone. There's help available, and you can do this. Section 11. Join the conversation. Share your thoughts and experiences. Now it's your turn. What are your thoughts on vaping? Have you or someone you know been affected by this issue? Share your stories, comments, and questions below. Let's keep this important conversation going. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more hard-hitting health tips. Until next time, folks.